Ashley.
I'm Becky.
And this is A Magical Review! Today we want to talk to all of you guys about eating inside of Cinderella's royal table, which is inside the castle in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah! So, Cinderella's castle is, you really can't miss it. It's like literally as you walk into Magic Kingdom.
Dead center.
It's right there. Don't worry, you won't miss it. And you get to eat inside the castle, which is
a dream come true.
Really cool. Yeah.
Getting to eat inside the castle is something that a lot of people try to do, but it's very hard because reservations aren't easy to get for this place. It's considered one of the more difficult reservations to get. That's why they suggest you book 180 days out from your vacation to try and at least get guaranteed that you'll get a reservation there. 6 months out may seem really dramatic and drastic, but it's really not. Especially if you know that's a place where you want to eat, you have to just book that early to make sure you get the reservation, because if you book a month or two before your trip, there's no guarantee you're actually going to eat there. So let's say you, at the 180 day mark, you book it, you're at your vacation. What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do?
You do this. What you do is, once you enter Magic Kingdom, you walk forward right to the castle. Now, in the castle, there's a couple different ways to get in. You're going to originally think to go right into the middle of the castle, which you can do. But what we like to do is we go around, hovering towards Tomorrowland, and there's a beautiful pathway there that brings you towards the Wishing Well.
I love the Wishing Well. It's kind of hidden, so not everyone knows that it's there, I think. But it's like around the side of the castle, and it's really cute. It's a nice little area.
Yeah, beautiful place just to throw a coin in, take some pretty pictures, and it is very like an unpopular pathway. So you can get some really cute pictures without people in the background. So once you walk through that pathway, you're going to see on the side of the castle, it's a very obvious like podium where you check in. It says Cinderella's Royal Table, and it's right next to the Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique. And so you walk right in, and the very important thing is do not check in early. We tried. They will not let you. Don't even try showing up 5 minutes early, because they will say come back at your reservation
like
time.
On the dot.
On the dot, and they won't even consider letting you in early until it's your time. So you check in, and then they'll say okay. They'll mark you checked in on their system, and then a person will come out and they will call for the royal such and such family, and then you'll proceed to follow this person.
We were the Royal Netto family.
We were the Royal Netto family, thanks to me. And so Becky, what happens once they call your name?
So once I call your name, wait, did you talk about the Cinderella part yet?
No, that's your part.
Oh, I couldn't remember if I did that after you took the picture or before.
Before you go to eat.
Okay, sorry.
That's right.
So after they call your name, you get to go meet the one and only Cinderella, and you get to take a picture with her. So she's located in the downstairs area before you go up to eat your meal. And we will show you a picture of us with Cinderella right here.
The nice thing about this interaction is that you get that kind of that one-on-one time with her before you go up to your meal. And there's PhotoPass photographers. So for people who use PhotoPass or Memory Maker, the PhotoPass photographer will take your picture, scan your magic band, and the pictures will go right onto your account immediately for you to view. And she will sign autographs as well. Just make sure that you have everything ready to go, because there is a line of people that wait. So once you take that picture, you'll step to the side. There's some benches where you'll sit for your royal family name to be called again. And then once your name is called, you'll follow the usher up these beautiful, kind of like a semi-spiraled staircase, kind of going up like a turret towards the dining room area. And when you first look in the dining room area, it's very elegant, very classy. The ceilings are very tall. Mm-hmm. What were your first impressions when you saw it for the first time?
When I saw it for the first time, it's actually a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. Not like super small by any means, but it's like a circular room, and it's just a little bit smaller than I anticipated, but still nice and intimate, which I think is what I liked about it, actually, was that it was more intimate. And I noticed, like, draping things everywhere, like on the ceiling, on the walls, like on the windows. There's just like draping elegant fabrics everywhere, and like you truly feel like you're in a real castle.
Yes. You do, and Becky's right, it's not a large environment by any means. That's why the reservations are so hard to get. There's not hundreds and hundreds of tables available for people to have every day. But as Disney does, everything is down to a timing science. So what they do is they sit you down, someone immediately comes over and greets you, and they're all very professional. They make you truly feel like you're royalty. So at Cinderella's table, they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll start by talking about breakfast. This is a meal that Becky and I did together, and it was probably my favorite experience I've ever had. It was my first time doing breakfast there, and it was amazing. We were lucky enough to get a seat right by the window, which is nice because you get a view of the theme park around you.
It was really cool.
It was beautiful. And so they start by getting your drink order, and they bring over a giant tray of pastries. And let me tell you what, this wasn't no little tray of pastries. There was mounds of pastries. They had mini blueberry Mickey had pancakes. They had like strudels and tarts and little mini muffins, and there was just no shortage. The best part was she's gluten free, so I got to eat it all. I got to eat them all, and your meal hasn't even come yet.
Yeah.
The pastries truly were a meal of their own. There was a lot.
And I think there was fruit as well. I want to say there was strawberries.
I ignored the fruit.
I think there were strawberries.
She had the strawberries.
And they also do have gluten-free muffins there.
Yes, they do have gluten-free muffins.
Because I let her know I wasn't able to have gluten, and she brought me over a muffin, which was really nice.
Yes, the best thing is to always tell your server of an allergy you have.
Always do it, because they are super accommodating everywhere you go. Super accommodating.
And we had no idea that they were going to offer gluten-free muffins, or what they were even going to offer for gluten-free options.
Right.
But Becky was able to enjoy a full meal there, and she was able to have a pastry. Well, I was having pastry. Yeah. So once you order your meal, and we'll touch on that. What I got was the traditional breakfast of eggs, hash browns. They gave me extra hash browns because I don't eat meat, and then and they're very nice big portions of it. And the nice thing is, if you want more of something, they'll just give it to you. It doesn't cost anything additional. You just say, hey, I want more eggs, I want more hash browns. They'll bring it right over. And then you got?
So I got another traditional breakfast, eggs, sausage, and I believe it came with hash browns. Very good. That's what I always get at any restaurant for breakfast, and they had that as an option, which fit me perfectly, and it was all gluten-free already. So, and I got coffee, of course, because I have to have coffee every second of the day. So
the thing with Cinderella's table is that it's an extremely limited menu. You're limited to about 4 items, I would say, that you can choose from. So it's important to look at the menu before you go. Because there really isn't much room for variety there. The menu is what it is. Luckily, breakfast food, it was very universal. We were able to find something that we liked. However, when I went for dinner on my previous trip, I didn't have such a great experience. The menu was a little bit too limited for me. I thought that I was going to enjoy it, but in the end, I ended up getting the vegetarian meal, which was a couscous meal, and I did not like it at all. However, my fiance really enjoyed the shrimp meal, so it's just a little bit different. If you're looking for like more fine dining, dinner's a great option. They greet you with a plate of cheeses and some crackers, and then it's a very, again, limited menu with fancier foods. I really preferred breakfast. I felt really full afterwards, and it was a really great meal. Meals here average for breakfast. What's a little bit different about this restaurant is you have to prepay for your meal. So you don't pay when you get there, you have to pay when you book it. This holds your reservation and your meal is all prepaid for. So if you're going for breakfast, adults are going to pay anywhere from $45 to $65 for breakfast. Children are going to cost anywhere from $35 to $45 for breakfast. If you're going for dinner, for an adult, it's going to be anywhere from $65 to $80 per adult and $45 to $65 per child. So it's by no means a an expensive meal. It's quite expensive, so you have to make sure that it's in your budget. But it is truly a great experience. It's something I believe everybody has to do once.
Mm-hmm.
We always eat at Cinderella's Castle every trip. When Becky and I were going on our previous trip, I told her it's the way to start off your trip. So I made it the first meal we did on our very first day in the parks. And so we started off in Magic Kingdom. We went right to Cinderella's Royal Table, and it was just the perfect way to start off our day.
I totally agree. I think it was just so memorable because you start off with that like super magical experience that not everyone gets to have in their lifetime, to be able to go to this special place inside Cinderella's castle, and just meeting all the princesses, and the atmosphere is just, you're surrounded in magic, and then you just, I don't know, I feel like you can only like have a great time after that.
And the nice thing is that it's not just eating in the castle, and it's not just having good food. There is character interactions. It is a character meal, which does factor into the cost of it. So you meet Cinderella at first, and then you think it's over, but it's not. So you're up there, you're sitting, you got your food, and then all of a sudden a royal procession of these princesses come out.
And they announce every princess, like they have this
Grand
announcement.
Mm-hmm. And what they'll do is they'll go from table to table. So you don't go up to them, they come to you, which makes for great character interaction. You want to be prepared when they come over, have all your autograph books or whatever you're getting autographed out and ready, have your cameras ready, because they have everything timed so perfectly. They only get so much time with each family. I didn't feel particularly rushed during the experience. And they do find like tables with lots of family or with children. They know how like to come back. So if you see them skip your table, they'll come back around. They have to meet with every family before that family leaves the restaurant. So you're guaranteed to see all of them. There is no PhotoPass photographer here, so you do have to take your own pictures while you're up in the dining room area. But if you want to talk about the princesses you meet.
Yeah, so you get to meet Princess Aurora, and Princess Jasmine, and Princess Ariel.
Yep.
Ariel.
Yes.
And Snow White.
Yes.
And
those are the four.
That was it. And then Cinderella, of course, at the start.
So you truly get to meet all like the
classics.
Yeah. And they're all so great, very, very friendly. It blows my mind how they can engage with adults the same way that they would engage with children. Fully in character.
I know, it really
time.
makes me feel, I love it. Like, I love acting like a little kid. It's my favorite.
And characters, I've had adults say to me, seriously, you wait in line for the characters? Yeah, I do. It's so much fun. Getting the autographs, interacting with them. There's nothing weird about it. It's just fun.
Yeah, like you know that they're in character, but you truly feel like it's that character in real life. Even as an adult, I still feel that way. Like when I met Mary Poppins, she's my favorite, and you truly feel like it's her, and it's crazy. I love it.
And it's fun, and they love it. That's their job, and they love interacting with us as well. So now you may be thinking, wow, they are having a great meal. They got to meet characters. They're in this elegant place. What more could there be? Well, there's even more interaction.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Wait.
So, typically they give these out to children, but they looked at Becky and I and said, these two are children.
They need these.
So they gave us...
accurate.
We need these. They gave us a little wand and a wishing star. And so we're going to post a video here of what happened with them. Keep waiting. So as you can see, it was a lot of fun playing around with the wands and the wishing stars. Yes. And it was just a great time. The whole experience, the dining experience wasn't long. Just the timing of everything came out perfectly. There was no feeling of being rushed. The meal was delicious. And when you're done, you go right back down the stairs and you start your fun day at the park. But Becky and I wrote down 3 pros and 3 cons that we felt about Cinderella's Royal Table. So one of the pros that we really loved about it was that you're eating in the icon of Magic Kingdom and of Disney World in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. So another pro that we found was just the general atmosphere. It's so magical when you first walk in to the time you leave. Mm-hmm. Like, you truly feel like you're surrounded by princesses and mm-hmm. royalty, and yeah, it's just a really lovely atmosphere overall. Very magical.
The third pro that we had was the character interactions, which we touched on a lot earlier, but the character interactions just really make it so special. They make it fun, and we're going to post several pictures after the video of us with the characters, mm-hmm. and it's a really good time. Make sure you have your camera ready to go, and just have fun with it.
Yeah. So, some of the cons that we found, one of them was, so one of the cons that we found was the limited choice in food. You do only have like 4 meal options, which, I mean, it basically covers your basic breakfast foods, but it's still, like, for those of you who are more adventurous in your breakfasts, or do really like variety, you're not going to have much variety here. Mm-hmm.
The other con we found was price. So this meal is much more on the expensive side. You know, so it's not going to fit into everybody's budget. I do truly suggest that it's something you have to at least try once. But it's certainly not something that every family is going to enjoy or be able to fit into their budget. And so a great alternative to Cinderella's Royal Table is going to Akershus in Epcot. Akershus is located in the Norway Pavilion, and you get to meet almost all of the same princesses with the addition of Belle. And so you still get that princess meal, but it's a lot less expensive, and it's not as hard to get reservations for. So if you're looking for a similar alternative, I would definitely suggest Akershus.
Mm-hmm. And then the last con that we said was that the availability can be a little bit limited. You probably will be okay to get a reservation if you book out 180 days in advance. Mm-hmm. Most likely you won't have a problem getting a reservation, but if you're getting close to your reservation, you might find that it's not available. Mm-hmm. But like I said, if you do book well in advance, you should be okay. Mm-hmm. But the closer you get, it might not be available for you to get in.
And if it's not available when you look, keep looking. Yeah. Never stop looking. When we had been trying to get in to be our guest, I could find nothing for us. I checked like 10 times a day, and eventually one popped open. And so it's just, you have to just keep looking and be diligent about it. So overall, I love my experience at Cinderella's Royal Table. We're going back again. Mm-hmm. So we had a good time, and we're excited. Yeah. And we're excited to bring another video to you guys.
Yeah, so. And this next time when we go, we're bringing our
best friend
Jamie, who hasn't been to Disney World in a long time, and she's never done Cinderella's mm-hmm. Royal Table. So we're super excited. Jamie, we're looking at you right now. We're super excited for you to experience it with us, because it's just a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, and we can't wait to just see all the smiles and magic on her face, and to bring you guys some magic with future videos. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Woohoo!